Okay, now for those of you who do not cook, or if there's somebody that cannot make this for you, I suggest you get your ass down to any Irish pub and try this dish. This is an amazing dish. It's very rich, and it's what us Americans call comfort food.
It'll make you fat.
Here's how it goes. You have to pick ground beef that is no less than 80% lean. Okay? And that's very important. You have to have the fat in the beef because that's what gives it its super good fatty flavor. Okay, now I pre-made the potatoes already. This, you guys, I swear to God, this is the key to the difference between a crappy shepherd's pie and an awesome shepherd's pie. When you do your potatoes, you have to use the Yukon Golds. And when you cook it in a pint of cream and a stick, okay? I swear to God, a whole stick of unsalted butter. And you cook that until the potatoes are tender, but you cut them into little tiny cubes, like 1/4-inch cubes. And then, when it's all done, you take a mixer, hand mixer, and you mix it, whip it all together. So I already pre-did these because it takes forever to do, okay? That's what you got. Okay?
Taters.
Taters. Okay, you guys, I'm cooking the ground beef now. Let me tell you something. I got this from an old family Irish recipe. I mean, we're talking way old. Great grandmother stuff. And they were really nice to give me this recipe. And, okay, so the ground beef, when you cook it, you saute it, and you're going to pre-cut up a half a yellow onion. And I actually did some shallots because I think shallots bring in a totally different flavor, and I think it's richer. And so that's one thing I did add, so God forbid they ever find out that I did this. But you cook the meat until it's 80% cooked, and here's the key, you have to add a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, okay?
How do you say that?
Worcestershire. Now, I've had a couple of drinks, so I don't know if that came out right. Worcestershire? Worcestershire. Okay.
I thought it was Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Tomato, I don't know. But anyway, so once it's 80% cooked, then you add your onions and you just cook it until they become translucent. And then that's it. You take it off the gas and then, or the whatever, electric, whatever you're cooking with, and then we're going to add it to the casserole. Come back and I'll tell you how to do the layering.
Go.
Okay, we're back. The meat's done, and I took it off the heat, and we have to make sure that we drain the fat, of course. Now, the vegetables. Okay, here's my cheat sheet. I would have written it on my hand, but I think that's overdone. So, okay, we need to blanch the veggies, and the veggie mixture is, okay, Vigor, I would need you to plug your ears. It's corn and peas.
Ah!
He hates peas, but too bad. It's traditional. So you blanch it. What does that mean? Does it mean some lady Blanche is cooking your dish? I don't think so. What you want to do is you want to make sure that they're just bendy. And then when they start to, because these are frozen, and when they bend a little bit, you take it off because you're going to cook everything at the last in the casserole. Remember that. Okay? All right, we're ready to do the layering. This is the fun part. First, we're going to take the meat. All right? And we're going to spread that on the bottom of the pan. Now, I already preset the oven for 350 because we have to cook this for 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so we got that thin layer of potatoes on there. Now we're going to do the third layer, which is the corn and peas.
Ah!
Actually, I did a little bit of a different vegetable medley. I did corn and peas and carrots and string beans, but don't say anything, please. All right. Now we're going to spread that around. And then your last layer, well, it's not your last, I'm sorry, you're on the second to last. We're going to put the majority of the potatoes on that top layer. Now, if you don't know how to cook, I would probably call this difficulty range medium. It's not super hard, but if you don't know how to cook, it might be a little difficult for you. Okay, everybody, last but not least, we have the cheese. And you want to get cheddar cheese and a lot of it. I mean, seriously, you could back a truckload up to this stuff and just dump it on the top, because you want to get that really good crust of the cheese on the top. That is like the top layer. Actually, traditionally, they just use a ton of butter on the top, and that, when that all melts down, it makes that kind of natural potato butter crust. But I like the little cheddar cheese going on. Okay, voila. We stick it in the oven. This is preheated, done, ready to go. Pop that baby in there. Look at that. This is so heavy. You could use that as a weapon. Okay. Pop that in there. 20-30 minutes at 350. Thank you very much. I got some Irish whiskey, and I am German. I apologize, but I just want to say to all you Irish folks out there, Erin go bragh. Okay?